A woman whose necklace was snatched from her neck and stolen while she was on a London bus says she's extremely grateful to the driver and fears she might not still be here without him. Bus driver Mark Heher chased and punched the thief unconscious, seriously injuring his hand and later losing his job over the incident. Mark says all he wants is an apology from his former employer, the bus company Metroline. They say his dismissal was fair. Harry Lowe has been following the story.
It's not often bus drivers are hailed as heroes, but it's even rarer they take matters into their own hands. After a passenger had her necklace stolen, Mark Heher chased the thief and got it back. But when the thief returned, Mark punched him in self-defence.
It's not about a person stealing anything, and it's not about would you do it again. It's an instinctive thing.
Although Mark was arrested, police later said he'd used proportionate and necessary force and released him without charge. But the bus company saw it differently and sacked him following a tribunal. Does any part of you regret having done this?
I regret having done it to the fact that the outcome of the case, I think, was totally wrong. I think no one wants to go to hospital and have our operations or end up in ICU. I regret that. But I don't regret actually what happened because it's instilled into you as a kid. You know, I don't regret what I've done. No, I think what I've done was the right thing.
The woman whose necklace was stolen says Mark's actions made her feel safe.
Anything could have happened to me, and I'm a single mom. I'm the only one my daughter has, and if something happens to me, it happens to her, and I can't afford that. So I am extremely grateful because nothing happened to me.
And now Cutterlin says the decision to sack Mark could have a wider impact.
He made me feel safe, and since there is no Mark on the buses, I don't feel that safe anymore because I know the next bus driver ain't gonna jump off the bus to protect me because he's gonna lose his job.
Members of the public have been paying tribute to the driver's actions, but his case has also been taken up here in Parliament, with the Deputy Prime Minister describing him as a hero.
Justice Secretary.
Well, I'm very grateful. Mark is, of course, a hero and deserves our report, and I'm following this case very closely.
Shadow Justice Minister Kieran Mullen raised the case in Parliament.
I spent some time as a volunteer policeman. My dad was a policeman. I was just always brought up to think that if you see something happening that's wrong, you should step in. And so I was just shocked to see that someone had done that and then been penalised as a result, lost their job. That's not good for our society.
Metroline told us the Independent Employment Tribunal has upheld the dismissal as fair. The claimant breached protocols designed to keep staff and passengers safe, which is our priority. What do you think of Metroline's defence, which is that you brought the company into disrepute by doing this?
It's rubbish. It is absolute rubbish. If anything, Metroline should be thanking their drivers for helping their public, their passengers. These are the people who pay their wages. And to let a person be attacked on their bus and for one of their employees not to do anything about it, I think is ludicrous.
Mark says he's been overwhelmed by the public response, but is happy to continue in his new job as a barman. Harry Lowe, BBC London.